This meeting is being recorded.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Hari. Hi, Pritam.
Good morning,
So, can I confirm that my screen is visible
Yeah,
and I'm perfectly audible? Okay. So, yesterday we have seen what is the Power BI, why we use, what could be your roles. Okay, these things. Now, we'll be looking into Power BI architecture. Okay. So, for any model or for any software that you are working, right, that there will be an architecture that it will follow. Okay, this is an end-to-end architecture for a Power BI, how it works. Okay, as I said yesterday, right, the ETL could be confirmed inside and outside the Power BI itself. Okay, now if you see, right, anywhere for any visualization tool, it starts with a data warehouse where we extract the data. So here is where we extract and we prepare the data. So there could be a number of databases that you are using, right? Either it could be SQL, Spark, SAP, or any other database or a flat files. Okay. So these were extracted into an ETL layer where once you extract, you transform. What do you mean by transformation? There could be null values, there could be negligible values, there could be misinputs. Okay. These things need to be transformed at different levels. Okay. By using the various these things. Okay. That means if you have outliers, you need to remove the outliers. If you have any gaps, let's say there is an age column where we have null values. You can't use the null values for an average. Okay. Let's say that you are looking at an average student marks for 100 students. Okay, if you have nearly 20 students where there is no data and you want to know the average marks of students, is it possible to get the exact, to represent almost for the 100? No, whatever you are having is only for 80 people, right? Because there are 20 missing fields. So either you need to identify a technique where you could fill the values either by mean, median, or mode, okay, so that you will get an exact picture for all the 100 members, okay. Is it clear, guys? And there are various another transformation that you could do. So just like data transformations and data type transformations from date column to text column to integer. Okay, there are various transformations that could be done. From there, it will go to data warehouse. Then we create our reports on top of it, dashboards, okay, and KPIs, and later publish to the business users. Okay, is it clear? Hello, Hari,
yeah, clear.
Yes, sir.
Richard. Okay.
Yes.
Now, how it works? Okay, basically, whenever we say Power BI architecture, we are switching from ETL to visualization. But in the working model, okay, if you see, it is mostly where you there are two ways. Once you from the on-premise data source, okay, everything will be loaded into Power BI desktop. From there, through Power BI gateway, where we share these application or what you say through Power BI services, where we share our reports to our on-cloud server application, which is known as Power BI services. Okay, any all the data source will be converted into on-premise data or a live data. Okay, basing on the information, basing on the server that we have. Okay, either it could be a server or it could be a flat files, or from various these things we convert these things into Power BI desktop, and from there through gateway we make these applications or the reports into cloud. That's where you could share the reports. Okay. So this is all back-end cluster, guys. Whatever you are seeing, this is right. This is front-end cluster. Okay, whatever it is visible for you. This is back-end where from what happened inside the working architecture. Okay. So let's dig into our first this thing. Okay. Can you confirm? Have you installed your Power BI, Pritam? Is there any difficulty that you face?
No, no, sir.
It's good, right? Okay.
Yes.
Hari, you already have, right?
Yeah, already have.
Okay. Is someone waiting on this? Okay. No. Okay. So if you see, this is how the uh, Power BI desktop looks like. Okay. Once you double click it, this is how the UI looks like. You don't require any sign in. If it is asked for sign in, you could just cancel the button, and this is how it looks. Okay. You already see what are these pins, Pritam?
Sir.
What are these pins?
And
This
data
is
page
filter pane,
12. Yes.
data pane, visualization pane,
Visualization page.
and this is the format pane.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you see over here, there are three icons over here. Can you see this?
Yes.
One is report view, where you will build your reports, and there is data view, how the data looks like, and there is something known as model view. Okay. So if you want to connect the data, there are two ways. Okay. From here, you could directly connect the data, get data from another source if it is not Excel, SQL, or a blank, or there are over here. Here there are popular data sources that you'll use, mostly Excel workbook, data hub, SQL server, or if you want to enter any manual data. Okay, so I'll go over here, get data. If it is an Excel workbook, go to click on Excel workbook, and if there is anything, you could just check it out. So let me check on Excel workbook. What I'm looking at is sample superstore data. So once I click on the Excel, okay, here you don't, yeah, there are more these things. Just let me show you once. So I just connected to the XLS directly. See what it is showing over here. It is showing there are four Excel sheets. Okay, each sheet is considered as a physical table. What it is considered as? This is considered as physical table. In fact, there is nothing it's showing any preview because we haven't selected anything. If it is a direct CSV file, it will automatically gives us a single page view directly whatever the information that we have. But here we have four different sheets. This is an Excel workbook, right? So for Excel workbook, you need to check. Only once you check, this will be loaded into your data view. Okay. So the people, the orders, click on this returns. Okay, I'm clicking on these three and let me transform the data. Okay, just before that, let me just minimize this before going further. Okay, if you see over here, right, what are the servers that are available or connectors that are available to load the data? See how many are available? You have name any database. Okay, you have all the databases. Any database that you want to check, Hari or Pritam? Amazon Athena, Snowflakes, BigQuery, Amazon Redshift, SAP HANA, SQL, okay, SQL Server Database, any Power Platforms, DataMass, DataVerse, DataFlow, Azure, all the Azure components, and any online services, okay, QuickBooks, Zendesk, okay, other it would be Salesforce, and even there is Infinity, you also have these things, and in real time you will be able to do this. You will be creating if a few other databases where if you don't want, what you'll do is there is something known as ODBC. Okay, are you able to see the ODBC?
Yes, sir.
This is a connector basically. Okay, open data so database connectivity where from any DBS management system. Okay, so either it would be Athena, Hive tables, okay, or any other thing where you could create a connector in your OBDC driver. Okay, this is a driver basically that needs to be installed in your system. From the connector, okay, you will be able to authenticate, you will be able to create a link between the data source and what you say, between the data source and the Power BI application. Okay, in case of anything directly, you will be able to directly log in into Oracle, SQL, or any other thing. Okay, but if you don't want direct connection, they will do whatever they will do is they will make this connection through ODBC just to add a security layer so that it won't directly dump anything or it is more secure instead of using directly direct connections. Okay, so most of the this thing what you say, most of the organization use ODBC connections instead of going for the directly connections. Okay, and this also what will do is it will these ODBC connections gives us one more advantage where there won't be any data leakage or these things that could happen in between. So everything what we have will be replicated in the same way. So in case of anything, we could just refresh this one. What you say? We could make the changes at the connector level. So anything that we have would be possibly doesn't affect our data. Okay, and there are a few certified connectors over here. If you click right, there are various other connectors that we could use. If you want to use any such connection, you need to make the security setting, change the security settings, then you will be able to use this. Even custom visuals will come back later. Okay, is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Let me cancel this. Okay, now let me go to transform layer. If you see over here, there is transform layer. Okay, so what we are able to see over here? What are the things that you are able to see? So this is a text. This is the things that we are able to see from the tables that which we have. That means in the given Excel, this is the data that which we have. Column 1, column 2, region, person. But do you think column 1 and column 2 are the headers or person and region are headers?
Person and region are the headers.
Okay, let me go to our number 2. So here it automatically identifies these are column headers, right? And we have nearly somewhere around 30 plus items and 4 measures. Okay, anything. Okay, if you see what are the number columns over here, that means that represents a money amount as dollars or value. Okay, or which could be sum up. Sales could be sum up, right? You will get overall sales by getting the totals. You will get total sales by summing up, right? So can you add up the total quantity? Pritam, Hari,
Yes, sir.
can you add up total quantity?
Yes, we can.
Yes, sir. We can add the total quantity.
Discount, profit. So these are the measures. Okay, what we call it as measures, which could be aggregated. Okay, aggregation concept we will look into, but as of now, remember that these could be add up into totals. Okay, what we could do, we could any item that we could any number that we could calculate and use the sum is known as measures or quantifying. Okay, that means where you have number items, we call it as measures, and the rest of the things which are mostly into quality in nature is known as dimensions. So here these all are dimensions. Okay, and these are known as measures, which represents numbers that could be sum up. Because why we say that it is sum up? If you see here row ID also represent number, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can we add row IDs?
No.
No, we can't.
Because this is it. That's why we call only those things that could be added up. Okay, could be qualified for a measure, and the rest of the things or which are quantified is known as dimensions. Okay. So if you see what is the data available, okay, to an as a BA, okay, or a developer, you need to understand what's inside or what you are working on. So if you see what you are working on over here, so can you look into this and exactly say which one? I mean, what is the segment that you are working on, basically?
History.
Sorry,
Order history.
order history. Okay, it looks like a retail business, right?
Yes, yes.
It's look like a retail business, okay, from Canada, US market. That means from America continent, North America continent, okay, where we have order date, shipping date. What do you mean by order date? What do you mean by shipping date?
The date at which the order is placed and the date at which the order has started from its initial source of destination.
Okay, and we have something known as shipping mode.
Mode of
What is this?
transformation.
What is the mode of transport, basically? And customer ID. Customer ID, okay. Can one customer have different IDs?
So it is a unique ID.
Unique one it is.
Customer ID is unique, okay. But can we are able to see duplicates, right? Why it is happening?
Because
Customer
same
is
customer may
ordering
have
multiple
ordered
items.
another items.
Yes. Customer name is same, okay. Now customer segment, consumer, okay, where he is from, what is the pin code, what is the product ID. See here why it is different. He ordered two different product IDs. Okay, that's why it was repeating twice. Okay. One is from bookcase, one is from chairs in the furniture category. These are the product names and this is the sales that is available. Okay. Now if we go to return, what we have over here? We have whether it is returned or not. If it is returned, then it is possibly entered over here with the order ID. Okay. If you see people over here, what do you have? Person and region. Okay. Now, what we need to do here is first we need to replace these columns and consider this as person and region as the header, right? Now, what we need to do, there is something known as over here, use first row as header. Okay. If you click drop down, use first row as header, use header as first row. Okay. I'll click this one. See automatically what happened? There is an promote headers. Okay. There is an M query created. Okay. This is the M query guys. Okay. This was created where there is a transformation happened where it promoted the first row as headers. And if you see over here, what happened over here? Here there are two steps added saying that there is promotion of headers happen and the change type to text. Okay, this happened automatically once we change this guys. Okay, let me remove these things. Okay, this is what our initial data looks like, right? Previously,
Yes.
focus over here at the applied steps. If I click just over here, see automatically it gives promote headers and change data type. There is a wheel over here. If you click on the wheel, it will say what you had done. Promote the first row as header in the table to column header. Promote all from the Scala type. Okay, if you click navigation, you will be able to see where it has been navigated. This is from source where from in the sheet of people where there is data. So this sheet is converted as data. From the data, sorry, let me go over here. Okay. So if you see, right, if you want to know where the source is, click on the source button over here. Okay. Or click on the wheel icon where you will be able to see what is the path that you are using. Okay. Or whatever the server that you are using. You'll be able to see any data source. Okay, this is not only for Excel, this could be for any data source. And whatever the steps that you applied will be able to see at this level. If you see, there are 4 tables in the table, right, in the data. That is what it is showing. Now overall Excel, there is order table, people table, returns table. That's what source saying. From there we navigated to the people table over here. Okay, in this people table we changed this first column as header. Okay, so orders looks good. Just let me refresh. Let me go to returns. Also the same, right? Return and order ID should be this thing. What is a column headers?
Header.
See over here. Just click over here. Automatically, you will be getting return and order ID as this thing, and there is a change type happen. Okay. Now let me close and apply. And apply changes. So every time you are doing certain change in the transformation layer or view layer, it will load this. Okay. Okay, let it takes time. We'll save it and later we'll see how to create a model inside. So what do you mean by data model, guys? I hope you already done certain data models inside your SQL. Do you remember
Yes, sir.
what it means? What do you mean by data model?
Well, we create some tables using the data we have
Okay,
and link
is
to
it the
each other.
tables or the relationships? Okay, so
And
normally whenever we are looking at a DBMS, okay, that means database management system. Okay, you will be able to see what are the tables that you have. These are logical tables, how many rows that you have. Okay, see over here, I'm able to see what is the data over here, right? But there is no relation between order, people, and returns, right? These are 3 different tables. Okay, now if I want to work on only one, okay, let me go here and go to report. And if I want to build a KPI like number of employees that are working over here, okay, or let's say number of orders that I have. What is the number of orders that I have? How could I get guess? Number of orders. That means the count of orders, right? Count of orders. So there is something known as order ID. I will click on this. Okay. Now it gives me something known as all the orders. Okay. It says first order ID. But I don't first order. I want count of orders. See how many orders I have?
994.
Okay. If you want to confirm this at the data level, go over here and you will be able to see in the order table how many rows that you have. For each order ID, we have 1 row, right?
Yes.
4 rows.
So this is what the order ID, or number of orders. Now, if I want to know how many orders, how many count distinct orders, that means how many people has ordered this thing. Okay, how many people? That means there could be n number. There could be one customer who would be repetitive for 5 times. There could be one customer who are repeating their orders or who ordered 5 different items, right? 4 different items. For each and every order ID, we have one customer ID attached, right? There could be duplicates. So we just want to know how many people has ordered. Okay, how many people, or we want to know how many customers that we actually have for the 994 orders. Okay, that means how many people has ordered these 994. I mean, I want to know what is the count of my customers. How could I do that? Think how many customers, okay, are acquired by me in the market, or how many customers has ordered these 994 items. First, what you could do is you could just click
Total
on
number of
customer
sales and
name,
customer ID.
or customer ID. Okay, any of these things is possible. Now, what you could do is go over here, click on count distinct. Okay, so I will mail you the difference. If I give count, what is the count?
Total number of orders.
Now, if I give count distinct, what it happened?
It had filtered the customer IDs which were
It doesn't
duplicated.
filter the customer ID. It take out the filters where if you have let me show you this. The count distinct function is a distinct function. See over here, Jazz O Carol has been identified thrice, right? Are you able to see?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
JO 1280, GK6141650. These appeared 5 times. All the 5 times is clubbed into one customer, okay? Because this is a single customer for me, right?
yes.
So that's how you will make the count distinct. Count and count distinct are count will give number of counts. Count distinct will give number of unique records that are existing for the particular field. So here overall count of customers is 994, but overall count of overall unique count of the customers is only 793. So if I take, okay, why should not I take the same order ID, okay, as count distinct? So will that solve my purpose?
No,
Why?
because a single customer can order
One
multiple orders.
customer for each and every order, you will be having one order ID. That means for each row you have an order ID. So if you even if you make count distinct, okay. Hey, what is this? Count distinct. Okay, there are few order IDs also duplicate guys. Okay, but it doesn't give you the exact number of this thing. What you say? Uh, exact number of customers that you have, because you need to know whatever this thing, okay, whatever the field that you are looking into, you need to use the same field for getting the answer. So I'm looking at customers, so I need to know what the customers are, where the customer name or customer ID, these two are something represent to customer over here, right? I just want to know those things, okay? But order ID give me the unique order ID, but not the unique customers that I have, right? Isn't it, guys?
Yes, sir.
So even if I take this, okay, let me take 1, 2, 3 and give order ID with count distinct. So this means these are 5009 orders, okay, where there are order IDs where we have duplicates also. But that means couple of products have the same order ID, okay? Okay, now this is something known as KPI, guys. What do you mean by KPI? KPI is a key performance indicator. What is KPI?
Performance
KPI is
Performance
a
indicator.
indicator.
key performance indicator. These things will be able to identify, just like you are able to see number of customers that you have, number of unique orders that you have, total number of orders that you shipped. Okay, shipped are same, right? These are unique. And if you want to say on a HR basis, total head count, okay, how many employees do you have? What is the year-over-year growth? Okay, these are all KPIs and metrics that are visually represented, okay, as a number field, or which we could be able to show up as a number, only number, then we could say is as KPI, key performance indicator. What is the profit from last year to this year? What is the percentage of loss that we have this year compared to last? Okay, or how many people are there? Okay, these things are known as mostly KPIs. Okay, now if I want to know, okay, if I want to know, there are persons over here, right? There are 4 persons. Okay, I just want to know how many customers belong to this person. How many customers comes under Anna Andrea? How many customers comes under Cassandra Brando, K Williams out of this 793? How could I do that? Come on, guys. How could we do that? It's not possible. Okay, let's say if I click order ID over here for the same. Say I got 5009 order IDs. Okay, let me take customer ID and count this thing. Oh, it is giving me exactly, even without relationships. Okay, that's something unusual, guys. Okay, normally what we need to do is, I think the see my bad. Here automatically it detects once I created this one, right? I dragged this, automatically it created. Okay, let me remove the relationship. Delete. Yes. See the chart? This is how it actually looks like. Okay, 793 for each, but this is a wrong data, right?
Yes.
So what happened before is once I click on customer ID, previously there is no relationship, right? Now let me click on customer ID. Let me fix this. Auto detect. See what it is saying? From orders we have region and in people we have region. So it will create a relationship in between these two. Once it created, you will be able to see what are the customer IDs that are undergoes for each person. Then if you give the count this thing, you will be able to get exact count for each and every this person. Why it is giving now a different. Okay, go to relationship. This is many to one to many properties. Okay, west. $994 it is showing correctly. Just give me a second, yes. Okay. So these are looking into 686 customers, guys. Okay. Out of 793. So these people came from different these things. Okay. Now if you want to know the customers, you could create one more table over here where you will be able to identify the customers that you have for each manager. Let me click on persons.
Okay, and customer name. So these are the customers that are available for Anna. These are the customers that are available for Cassandra. So that means these are, even if the regions are different, they were able to handle one customer may have different persons that they are looking into. Okay. See, Alan Barnes is almost there for everyone. Okay. Alan Haynes, Alan Brands, there is for at least two. Okay. Okay. So almost it's not like you have unique persons, guys. They have bidirectional. Okay, that's why you're able to see this. So let me look into the properties. Just I'm not sure whether okay. People correct. Okay. If it I make single, let me see. Okay. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. Are you able to see over here what there is something known as cardinality?
Yes, sir.
You can't give joins or something over here. Guys, okay. Once you have done, okay, once it entered to the Power BI, there won't be any joins or something that you'll be able to do. If you want to build joins, views, these things need to be done at your data warehouse itself. Okay, before getting into the data model. So once you get into the over here, you will be able to create only the data model. Okay, that means here the data model means creating the relationships between the physical tables. Okay, so here order, people, and returns are the three tables. Only out of these three you could make the relationship. So relationships again just work as joins. Only you need to have common elements between these two. Just like region over here, right? There is region over there and region under people. So only once you have a common element, then only this what you say a cardinality is possible. And what are the ways of cardinality? Those is many to one relationship, one to many relationship, okay, one on one relationship, or many to many relationship. These are the four that are majorly available. Clear? And
Yes, sir.
you could have any number of relationships. Yes, okay, it's not like you can't have three, four relationships. But for each and every table, you could have only one active relationship. If you see over here, there is something known as make this relationship active. If I remove this and click OK, if you go to the report, it shows me 793 because there is a relationship available, but it is not active. So if you want to active this relationship, you need to go to the model or data where you manage the relationship, click on this and close this. Now, if I want to create a relationship between returns table and order, what is the common element in these two? Order ID, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I want to create, what I will do is I will drag order ID this to this order ID. What happened? It automatically detects. Okay. I just want to check whether this is perfect relationship or not. Here there is a star, here there is a one, right? And it is showing from returns, it is passing to orders. Now, I just want to check whether it is one to many relationship or not. See, if it is one and it is showing star over here, the star represents many, one represents one. Okay. So this is a one to many relationship forwarding from returns to orders. Okay. Do you understand the relationship?
Yes, sir.
And if you don't understand, check on the properties tab where you are able to see whether this is an relationship active, what are the tables, what are the columns, and what is the cardinality. From the orders, it take order ID, create a cardinality which is known as many to one. From orders table, it is taking many. From one order ID, from this thing, what you say returns, it is taking one. And we are making the actives and cross filter direction, it's a single. Okay. Once you just click on this, now it's our, if you go over here in the report model, and this process, okay, this is known as semantic model. What do you call it as?
Semantic model.
Okay, but what we done over here is we have done only with a single Excel, right?
Yes, sir.
But in real time, this could be with different data sources. Either it could be SQL, either it would be from SAP, from different warehouses. You will get the data, and you will build a relationship in between the data. Once you transform the data, this relationship will be completed, and this is known as semantic model. Okay. Any questions till now, guys?
No.
Okay. What we completed this. Okay. So let's create one graph for the day and we will stop. Okay. So you already have few order categories, persons, returns, right? Now, if I want to know how my orders are there in the last few years, okay, how my orders are there for the last few years, okay, how could I get that graph? So, what is the best way for this? So, this is a time series chart which I'm looking into. So, I could take a line chart or a bar chart. I will take a bar chart. Okay, in this bar chart, what I required? I required order date. Okay, so in this, what I will take months. So I will be able to see, or let's say, instead of months, right? Months give me again this one. Let me go over here and let me take order date itself. Okay, now what I'll take? I will take this order date and order ID. Oh, no, order ID. Okay, instead of that, let me go with my profit. How the profits are. See, let me show this. See, I'm able to identify these are my profits. Okay, instead of this, let me make one more filter. Order date, right? Order date. Okay, I will make it as, there are few over here: basic, advanced, relative date, relative time, top end. So if I say top end, if I give top 10, add data fields over here. Which data field I require? Shall I go with profit? What does it give me? It says I'm looking at top 10 profits. So these are the top 10 profits that are available. Okay, that has taken place. Okay. Now I just, if you want to clear this, okay, just remove the filter. There is erase over here, right? You could erase it. The bottom, this thing that you're looking at is eraser. So if you, what do you mean by filter, guys? Here I
Filters
said
the
there is
data.
a filter, right? So filter which we create, okay, just like your where clause in your SQL, where it will restrict the data as per the filter that you have. Okay. Here what we are looking what are the total sale, what is the total profit that has given for each day. So if you go back to the report, you are able to see the report starts from around 2015 start till to 2017 end, where it shows how the profit has been distributed per each day over the last few years. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then we'll resume for the day and we'll start tomorrow
bit more these things. Okay, how to manage relationships. Okay, we see a couple of relationships, right? And we will work it on some graphs on top of it. Okay, any doubts? Pritam,
No,
Hari?
sir. No, sir. Sir, can we use the data which we have created in SQL to this?
Sorry?
We have created a data in MySQL, sir.
Yeah, you could
Oh,
connect directly, no worries.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, guys, then we'll resume tomorrow. Any doubts? Pritam, Hari?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, then we'll meet tomorrow, guys, then. Bye. And I'll
Bye.
upload the video by end of the day. Okay,
Okay. Bye.
thank you, guys.